welcome to my channel. This is going to be a Returnal Let's Play, playthrough, guide, tips and tricks, just a bunch of stuff. This whole series, I'm just going to play, you know, the game all the way in its entirety, and then afterwards I'll probably do, like, more in-depth tips and trick videos. This video is more for people that have never played the game or people that want to buy the game, but I'm not sure, you know, if they want to or not. I have a different profile that I play this game on, my main. This is a completely new profile, completely blind, new playthrough. On my main account, I have 260 hours of the game, so I've been playing it for a very long time since it came out. This is, like I said, is going to be more geared towards, you know, new players, because I'll throw some tips and tricks in there, obviously, but for the most part, I'm just going to play like I would normally if I had never played the game.
Scout log, Atropos. I have found a deceased Astra Scout here. Checking identification on helmet. It's...
Okay, so now we have the gun. The reloading in this game, it's not difficult. It can be tricky at times, but you just want to make sure you get it in that nice square right there. Boom. It just makes reloading quicker. If you don't, I'll show you what happens if you don't. Takes, I mean, it's not very much longer, but it takes a little bit longer. When you're in the heat of the moment, those reloads are key. We got some green resin or cephalum here. That gives you more integrity to your suit, and the more you collect, you see those little three squares there by the bar. You'll increase your integrity over time. If there's one thing I can suggest for a new player, is exploration is kind of key in this game. There's a lot of stuff you can miss, so I mean, I'd recommend, if you have time, I mean, you got nothing but time playing this game, right? I recommend just going through, checking all the nooks and crannies. And these statues, sometimes they'll have glowing eyes, and you can shoot them, and you'll get money from them. Or currency, I can't call it money, but... So those are just a little, couple tricks for new beginners and players. Got a red door here, we can't open that without a key. These guys are harmless, but gorgeous. First enemies. Real easy. Just gotta bob and weave. You want to collect these? It's not letting me. Oh, I gotta. There we go. Obolites, that's your currency in the game. Master Scout.
Recorded log found. Adding to databank. Playing back now. Scout log. Atropos. Elapsed time 30 minutes since last crash. Whole areas of this forest are rearranging themselves like a fluid puzzle after each of my... Whenever I return, per Astra protocol, I will not be recovered until I reach the broadcast signal. If you're hearing this.
So got our key. Pop this in. And for you, when you play, I'm sure all this is going to be different. Like the maps and everything. Everything's random. Or, well, not random, but random to a certain degree. Just so you know. So now we have dash. What I'm going to do now is I highly suggest you do this as well. It makes things a lot easier. Controller. Change your dash. What am I doing? Hold on. Change your dash. Because every button is, you can change it completely to your liking. So, like I said, I highly suggest changing your dash to L1. It'll make more sense in the future. You know, this looks dangerous, but you can dash through that stuff. I recommend just getting in the habit of clearing out as many floors as possible in a game. scan this. Everything that you're gonna see, you're gonna end up scanning. And you can pick that. It's a malignant item, so it's an item that will hurt you, and you can pick it up if you want to. But there's a chance that it'll hurt you. If you have ether, you can cleanse it, and it won't hurt you, but we'll get to that later. Also, these little doors here with the cement stone gate, you gotta find a little button like that to trigger it, and then it will open. It took me forever to find that out, so hopefully that tip helps someone out in the future. Here's our, whoa, yeah, okay, he came a lot quicker than I was expecting him to. Holy cow, okay. Oh. Wow. I don't remember him being that aggressive, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so I actually think you're supposed to die there? I don't remember, it's been a really long time since I've played the early game. Some ship stuff, we'll get into that later, we don't need to worry about that right now. It just holds information, data, and all that fun stuff. Every time you die, you return. Okay, so I think I was supposed to die right there. That guy was really fast. Here you can go online. I'm not worried about that, I'm offline anyways. So now the whole map is changed.
Wasn't like this before.
So now we're actually playing the game. Yeah. This game is quite difficult, so if you do die a lot, don't get frustrated. It's just, you know, kind of the way she goes. That's why I'm making these videos, why I created this channel, was to kind of help new players.
New technology discovered. Augments my weapon with an alternative firing mechanism.
Okay, so now we have the alt fire. Every gun will have its own special alt fire, but it's always going to be random. So this gun, my pistol, has a homing missile. And there it is. You can also have an audio cue. You can hear it. There you go. There it goes. If you get sucked into one of these, don't freak out. You just gotta dash out of it. It's not gonna hurt you unless you let it pull you to the top. There's definitely a way more effective way to killing these guys, and I'll show you down the road when we unlock the certain item we need. And this is why I recommend switching your dash to L1 instead of circle. So you can still aim while shooting. Don't hesitate to use your alternate fire. I've seen a lot of people hold on to it for some reason. So on the map, you'll notice that it's a triangle. That just means that it's not going to push you past the room. These guys don't hurt you, and a lot of the time they have random stuff inside of them. So just, you know, get them all. And once the door is red on your map, that means you've explored it, obviously, so just, you know, pay attention to them. The map is huge. Just really pay attention to it. So we've unlocked a carbine. And the more you use a gun, the more you unlock its proficiency and traits and whatnot.
Involved. Xenotype device acquired. I think this will prove a useful tool.
So this, who am I fighting here? This adrenaline. So in a short term, your adrenaline is what helps you reload better or quicker, I guess. That box, see how big it is? My adrenaline's full, but I'll get hit really quick. So now it's empty, so it should take me longer. Yeah, so now my reload time is smaller. If I use this, I'll get full adrenaline, which will give me back my reload. But also you can unlock the adrenaline by just killing things without getting hit. Adrenaline's a huge tool. It's not like it's actually pretty. Oh, yep, here we go. So this guy, he has the yellow eyes, so shoot him, get that. So like I said, you always want to pay attention to the statues, because you never know when you're going to need more obolites or whatever. So there's that. I cannot access that yet. We'll get into that later on. But just for now, don't worry about him if you're seeing that as well. Don't worry about it if you're seeing it, because you won't be able to do anything with it regardless. Oh, messed that reload up. Another quick tip for combat: if your aim's kind of bad, you could always scope in, and it will basically auto aim onto the target. But do be cautious of that, because if you hold it down all the way, then you'll use your alt fire. So I just like to lightly tap it to get my aim back on track. It's a little quick tip for you. Oops. Though I don't recommend aiming down sights a lot of the time. It's easier just to open, like, you know, fire from the hip in this game. But it can be useful sometimes. We can't do anything about that guy yet. What a terrible place for that to be. So, calibrator. The calibrator is awesome. Those are the little pylon thingies. Those are going to help your proficiency in your weapons, so click those as much as possible. And I can't hit that turret yet because it's a shield, and we'll get to that later.
System integration complete. Performing a function test to confirm.
You gotta love putting on random technology on yourself, huh? Once you get to a point like this where you don't think anything else is left, really just look. On my other, my main profile, I missed a lot of stuff, not realizing it, and in order to get the platinum trophy, I had to go back to square one basically and do everything to find everything. So if you're like huge on trophies or whatever, just make sure to look around the first time. Because sometimes specific maps will hold specific parts that you need, and it's RNG on those specific maps, so just be aware of that. So now we have access to the elevators. I'm really bummed out that I missed that chest, but... And that's how it's gonna be as well, just so you know. So like when you miss out on this opportunity, you're gonna have to try to get that opportunity again, and it might take a while. So we got ourselves an iron gate here. We gotta find the button. Typically they're just right behind you or right above. In this case it's not. So I'm gonna check, there it is right there. With the blast shell? Okay. Oh, so here, let's look at this. So I traded this gun, so we'll just pretend like I didn't do that yet. So here, because we have the calibrators, our proficiency is going up, so the guns we find in the future are gonna be better. This one has 1 bonus damage. I'm changing, they're basically the same. They have both hardened, but I'm changing because I like the blast shell alternate fire a little better than the horizontal barrage. Once it comes down to the guns, like an end game, they're gonna be all pretty much similar strength in terms of damage. It just kind of depends on what you like as far as alternate fire goes and what feels better in your hands, to be honest. New enemy types. Try to shoot the guys that are laser beaming you first, because they will attack you. It takes a little bit longer for them to actually hit you, but when they're homing in on you, if you don't hit them at least once, they will hit you. So just keep that in mind for target prioritization. And so this is what you would use your obolites for. You can exchange ether for more money if you need to, but I'd recommend saving the ether. You'll see why in the future. This is a fabricator. I'll give you a health thing. An enhanced calibrator, which is what's going to help you with your proficiency. Overload rush. Everything's going to have like a pro or a con or whatever. It's a suit artifact. Successful overloads. Briefly increase speed and protection by 15%. And alt fire protection. Gain 10% protection while alt fire is recharging. That's actually pretty good. I'm not going to get any of those. I would recommend for new players to get the integrity augment if you want. It'll make your suit have more health. But that's all for you. These guys.
Evidence of rudimentary xenotype language discovered. Currently lacking resources to decipher this xenoglyph.
Basically what she just said. The more of these you find, the more language becomes readable to us. So just keep an eye out. These are what they're going to look like. They're going to be on the walls. You could find the actual glyphs or whatever, but there's a lot of these. So really pay attention for those if you don't want to have to go back and look for them. If you're a trophy hunter, that is.
Discovered a fragment of the xenotype language.
Oh, I didn't scan it. Hold on. There we go. So now I have 1 in 10. So if you go back here.
Is this translating correctly?
Now it starts to become,
Brethren.
you know,
Maddening agony.
legible to you. This is a translocator. Use this to travel throughout the maps. You'll find more throughout your runs, and you can see a nice view of the map and what you've done. And look how far we've come already. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. These guys are the worst. I recommend killing them as fast as possible. I hate them with all my life. Oh, I got stuck. And the reason I hate them is because they can teleport, and also they throw a sticky goop on the ground that slows you down. They're just annoying. Shield. I always just use them. You can do what you want. If you want to hold on to them, that's fine. Okay, so we have these glowing lights in the eyes. So this is a shotgun. It's pretty powerful. I don't care for the small, like the low game. Trying to think. I don't care for the early game shotguns, but if you like them, then go ahead. Personal preference. So anyways, so that. Oh, he doesn't actually even have a weak spot. Oh yeah, he does. So when you zoom in, you'll see a little square. That's their weak spot. I don't know if it necessarily does more damage to them if you shoot them. I know that it'll cause a stagger or a knockback. There's like a higher percentage chance they'll fall over and they'll be easier to deal with. So if you are struggling, try that. And as I said before, don't pull the trigger all the way down or you'll just activate your alternate fire. So just lightly tap it and hold it down to get that view.
Attached to my arm. Does not appear hostile. Somehow, it's strengthening and weakening my suit.
Okay, exactly what she says. So, whoops. If we go to our status, you can see what it does. And the next time you pick one up, you can it'll hold down and you can choose. It'll tell you what it's going to do. This one says find salvage from hostiles more often, but it takes one additional kill to increase adrenaline levels. So this one's a pretty decent one. That's not bad. Just so you know, in the future, you will have the option to pick it up or not. First one, yep, it just kind of does its thing. So this door with the giant symbol on it is going to be a boss, or the first boss, I guess. So we're gonna continue through here first. So this is a pretty important room, actually. So let's scan this and I'll explain it. So this is why I don't recommend using any ether until like towards the end of the run or the room. I don't have enough. But you could use ether, and you could use this as a respawn point. And for newer players, I would suggest using that if you have the ether. Because the first boss, he's not easy for new players, I guess. It's really hard to explain, because I'm not a new player. So, is there a gun right there? Where am I? Oh, it's just hidden there. What is... I'm just gonna keep this gun. Secret door. This could be one of many things. It's not always gonna be a room full of obolites. It could be an enemy. Could be pretty much anything. We lucked out here and got the money. There they are. Stuck. Yeah, see, you always want to hit the guys that are glowing first. Just like the guys that have the laser beam on you, because they'll end up hitting you. And those guys are annoying, because they come in for big hugs, right? Big painful hugs, so just kind of be cognizant of that. Alright, so now we can continue to the actual door here, which is going to be a square on your map. The triangles are just bonus, I guess, side doors.
That can't be here.
This house is part of the story. It's locked right now, obviously. Another little teleportation thingy. Continuing on. Oh wait, hold on. Did I miss something over here? Am I missing something? Oh, there it is. Oh, that was hidden really good. Wow. Yeah, so always pay attention to your map, because I would have just walked right past that. What am I seeing here? Oh, that's a random parasite. 20% chance to not use a consumable on you. Suffer damage. I'm not taking that. You don't obviously, like, there's not often times where you'll have long falls or whatever, but it can come back to haunt you. So just bear in mind when you get those parasites. I'm gonna use this guy just to climb up here because there's a door, like a doorway I want to show you. And obviously this. When you see a door like this, we'll get into it later on, but you know how obvious it's not supposed to be there? You can just tell. It's like one of those Link moments, right? With the meme, with the bomb, and the wall. Just keep that in mind. We'll come back to it later, though. This is a nice little boss battle room. Door's locked. You get the best stuff from these rooms. Don't be scared. Oh, he teleported. Where'd he go? Yeah, I like to try to take those green guys out as fast as I possibly can because they just distract. Much easier to deal with this guy when that guy isn't there trying to make it sticky and stuff. But we'll take him out first. That's fine. Come on. There we go. Perfect. Collect your health. The lockdown areas always have the best stuff in them. So I highly suggest going into these areas before you take on the final boss of the area, the biome. Just because you get the best weapons, gear, all that fun stuff. There's usually a lot more health. There it is. And I can't get the other one because it's up there. Is there another item down there? Oh, yep, look at that. Always pay attention to the map. I wasn't even aware that those appeared on the map, so that's good to know, I guess. It looks like we pretty much cleared this out of all the stuff we can, so we'll continue on. I always thought this was the coolest room ever.
Technology that
Always make sure you look for the free obolites.
discovered a broken automaton, clutching potential tool. Appears safe to repurpose. Oh. A xenotype blade weapon. Adding to equipment for immediate use.
Alright, so now we can do the old boom. Well, blade. So as I said before, there's an easier way to take those little vine dogs out. Well, that's how melee pretty much one-shots them, or at least staggers them. You're gonna see me do this a lot. I'm gonna try not to, but it's it's habit at this point. Don't worry about it. I'll talk about it later on when you have the fundamentals of the game down, I suppose. Those.
My house key. How could this be here?
Okay, so now we have the key. So if we want to go back and do that, we can. Okay. So a little astronaut guy here. So, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say, so I think the astronaut gives you a respawn as well. Oh yeah, okay, so now we have a little boss fight battle here. Oh, I timed that wrong. So the purple, you can't actually dash through, so just be careful. I got lucky. I got really lucky there. I don't think I was meant to dash through that. So like I said, these bonus rooms are always going to be, you know, awesome. If sometimes you'll have to fight something. So now we can come to this wall, smack it with our sword. Get to our little secret room here. That you could do if you want. Data cube, very important. Very, very important, and you'll see why it's important when I use it, and I'll explain the importance of not dying when you have the data cube. We can get into this door now. And there's the key we need. Little huggers are here. You could fight them or you could run away. Whoops. If they get close, just give them the old sword. Interference sphere, those are good for turrets and whatnot. I mean, it's not really a big deal. I can't really hold any more than that right now anyways. But now, teleport all the way back over here. And the cool thing about the sword is shields are no longer a threat. Booyah. Use the key. And here we are.
Energy source is beyond this. It might be tied to White Shadow.
So, in front of all the boss battle gates, doors, or whatever, you're always going to find a pistol. I believe, as far as I know, every door, or before I fought about boss, there's always a pistol there. You can use it if you want to. It just kind of depends on what your personal preference is. This pistol, the one good thing about this is if you don't find a good weapon, like your entire run, which is highly unlikely, and you have a lot of high proficiency, you could use this for a better weapon. And obviously down there too, it says homing missiles at 53%. The more you use that certain modified sidearm, the more that is going to unlock for future guns in the future. So at this point, this is when I recommend going back to that room if you have the 6 ether and saving, so you'll see why. Because you're going to die here. I mean, I can guarantee you're going to die at least once if you're a brand new player. Hell, I might even die. This guy's a pain in the butt. Alright, so this is PHRIKE. He is the first boss. He can be very frustrating, but it's just all about timing, really. Don't let those little nubbies get you. And that. Okay, so there's the first phase. So now the second phase, I believe, when he moves, he is going to try to slap you up. So just, not quite, okay. So everything's gonna get a little faster, a little more hectic. Just stay calm and keep moving and watching, and you should be good. Okay, so, yep, so now he tries to melee you, so you have this ring, so you can always dash through it. I have a habit of jumping. I probably shouldn't jump as much as I do. Well, he actually got me there. Oh, I dashed too early. Just don't get hit from those above guys. They're cheeky. Oh, it's just the ring, so he's gonna try to melee. So whenever he does the ring, he's going to melee right afterwards. And once again, I shouldn't jump there, but it's habit. Just keep moving. Here comes the ring, and then the melee. Oh, I timed that really awfully. That's terrible. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So that's the good thing, I have the astronaut. So that was the astronaut token. I kind of hate that I wasted it, but it's been a long time since I've battled PHRIKE, so either way, congratulations. You've killed PHRIKE. Whether it was your first time or your 20th time, congratulations, you've done it. It's interesting. We have 2 of these data cubes. We'll use one here. Oh, deposit. Okay. Pick that one up. I believe you can only do one at a time here. So that unlocks a artifact for you to use. Oh, we can use both. Cool. But if you die, you lose that data cube that we found earlier, and you gotta go and find it again, so. There we go. So now we'll go ahead and, oh, and this is if you want to get rid of the parasites you have. I'm trying to remember which parasites do I have. Are they good? Oh, we can get rid of that one. That's fine. I'll just show you what it does. Gives them the parasites and you get money for them. Why'd that one go all the way over there? Who knows? And then we can move on to all the way back to this over here. There we go. Okay, here we are at the Crimson Waste. Okay, so obviously I'm going to end the video here, but this is where we're going to end it. This is the Crimson Waste. We'll go into there in the next video. If I helped you at all, please leave a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you like Returnal, and I will see you in the next one.